Ladies and gentlemen, Ford has done it again. But not in the way you're hoping. The 2025 Ford Maverick has dropped, and let's just say, it's not the underdog hero we've all been rooting for. Ford has taken what was once a fan favorite and managed to strip away its charm, leaving us with a truck that feels more like a missed opportunity than an upgrade. So buckle up, because we're diving into how Ford has managed to fumble the ball on what used to be the perfect compact truck. First, let's talk about the elephant in the room: the design. When the Maverick launched in 2022, it was a breath of fresh air, clean, rugged, and unpretentious. Fast forward to 2025 and we've got this. It's as if designers tried to be bold and futuristic, but somehow landed on a look that screams awkward experiment. The front grille now looks like a cheese grater that's been left out in the sun too long, and those headlights, let's just say they're giving sad robot vibes. It's as though the design team was aiming for cutting edge, but just totally missed the mark, leaving a truck that feels disjointed and unsure of itself. I could forgive the exterior if the interior was a step up. Spoiler alert, it's not. Ford's decision to simplify the dashboard has backfired spectacularly. They've replaced physical buttons with, wait for it, touch-sensitive controls, because nothing says practical truck like accidentally turning on your heated seats while trying to adjust the volume. And don't even get me started on the materials. Remember when the Maverick had that durable, work-ready feel? Well, now it's all hard plastics with questionable faux leather. Even the color options feel uninspired, with bland tones replacing the more vibrant choices of previous years. It's as if Ford forgot that trucks like the Maverick are meant to balance utility with personality. Maybe you're thinking, okay, I can live with the design flaws if the Maverick is still affordable. Well, viewers, prepare yourself, because it's not the good news you were hoping for. The base model's starting price has jumped by over $3,000 compared to last year. For what? Worse features in the same powertrain? This price hike feels unjustified, especially when competitors are delivering more value at similar price points. Ford seems to be banking on the Maverick's established reputation, but even loyal fans have their limits. Speaking of limitations, let's dive under the hood. It's business as usual, which in this case is not a compliment. The hybrid powertrain is still there, but Ford hasn't improved its performance or efficiency. And while the turbocharged EcoBoost engine is technically available, it's detuned. Yes, detuned for better reliability. Translation: slower. I'm not saying every compact truck needs to be a speed demon, but when a Prius is leaving you in the dust, you know there's a problem. The lack of innovation in the engine lineup is disappointing, especially when other automakers are pushing boundaries with hybrid and electric options. Let's shift gears and discuss towing capacity. Remember when the Maverick proudly boasted a 4,000-pound towing rating with the right package? Well, the 2025 model's max capacity has dropped to 3,500 pounds. Ford says it's for safety reasons, but I call it cutting corners. What's next? A truck bed that's too fragile for mulch? Oh wait, speaking of the truck bed, Ford has decided to experiment with some new compost materials for the 2025 Maverick's bed. Sounds innovative, right? Until you realize these materials scratch so easily and feel about as sturdy as a dollar store cutting board. If you're using this truck for anything more intense than a trip to Home Depot, you're gonna have a bad time. This decision feels like a betrayal of the Maverick's original promise: a small truck that could punch above its weight in utility. Oh, and the tech? Ford's sync system has been replaced with a new, supposedly better interface. Newsflash, it's not. It's laggy, the menus are confusing, and for some inexplicable reason, they've removed wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto from the base models. Because clearly, what people love most about new tech is more wires. This regression in technology feels especially glaring in a market where seamless connectivity is no longer a luxury, but an expectation. And let's not ignore the fact that Ford has somehow made the Maverick less practical. Those clever under-seat storage compartments, gone. The rear seats themselves, less legroom than before. And at this rate, they might as well rebrand it as the Ford Maverick Coupe. Practicality has always been a cornerstone of the Maverick's appeal, and these changes undermine its very identity. You're probably thinking, surely the fuel economy is amazing. Nope, The Maverick was originally lauded for its efficiency, but the 2025 model's EPA ratings are shockingly stagnant. Competitors have surpassed Ford in hybrid technology, leaving the Maverick's so-called eco-friendly credentials in the dust. When you're paying more for a truck that delivers the same or worse miles per gallon, you start to wonder what exactly Ford's engineers have been up to. It's a missed opportunity in a world that's increasingly prioritizing fuel efficiency and sustainability. Let's not forget safety, an area where Ford usually excels. The 2025 Maverick, however, has been oddly downgraded. Several advanced safety features that were standard in previous models are now optional add-ons. Want adaptive cruise control or lane keeping assist? Be prepared to shell out extra. For a truck that's meant to be versatile and accessible, this nickel and diming approach feels like a slap in the face to loyal customers. Safety should never feel like an optional luxury, especially in a vehicle aimed at families and young professionals. And what about off-road capabilities? The Maverick was never a rock-crawling beast, but it could handle light trails with confidence. The 2025 model, however, seems to have taken a step back in this department. The new suspension tuning sacrifices ground clearance for a slightly softer ride, which might be fine for city driving, but limits its versatility in rougher terrain. If you're an adventurer at heart, you'll likely find yourself looking elsewhere. The Maverick's off-road package, once a promising option, now feels like an afterthought. And let's not forget the looming challenge from Hyundai and Toyota. In 2025, the compact truck segment is more crowded than ever, with models like the Hyundai Santa Cruz and Toyota Tacoma setting new benchmarks. These competitors offer better interiors, superior tech, and more capable performance for a similar price. Ford needed to bring its A game to stay competitive, but instead, it seems like they've shown up with a participation trophy. The Maverick no longer stands out as a trailblazer. Instead, it's struggling to keep up with the pack. Speaking of participation, the aftermarket scene for the Maverick is another victim of this disappointing redesign. The 2022 and 2023 models had a burgeoning community of enthusiasts modifying their truck for overloading, street performance, and more. The 2025 Maverick, with its lackluster base and unsurprising upgrades, has done little to stoke the fires of creativity among enthusiasts. Even the aftermarket companies seem to be scratching their heads, wondering what to do with this watered-down version of a once great truck. The lack of excitement surrounding this model is palpable. To add insult to injury, Ford's customer support hasn't kept pace with the growing dissatisfaction. Reports of delays in addressing warranty claims and a lack of transparency about the model's shortcomings are becoming more frequent. If Ford wants to maintain its reputation, it's going to need to step up its game, and fast. Then there's the glaring issue under the hood: emissions. At a time when automakers are racing to meet stricter environmental regulations and cater to the EV market, Ford's Maverick feels out of sync. The lack of innovation in this hybrid system and absence of an electric variant put it at odds with the current direction of the auto industry. A Maverick EV could have been a game changer, but instead, Ford seems content to rest on its outdated laurels. Even the warranty coverage, an area where Ford has traditionally been reliable, has become a point of contention. While competitors are offering extended warranties or more comprehensive coverage, Ford's approach remains stagnant, further adding to the frustration of buyers looking for long-term peace of mind. And let's circle back to the driving experience. The Maverick's once crisp handling has been dulled by changes in steering calibration. Enthusiasts who appreciated the nimble feel of earlier models are likely to find this iteration disconnected and uninspiring. Combine that with the lackluster engine options, and you're left with a truck that fails to excite in any meaningful way. The 2025 Ford Maverick should have been a step forward, but instead, it feels like a series of steps backwards. It's overpriced, underwhelming, and overcomplicated. The original Maverick was a game changer because it was simple, affordable, and useful. This is just a cautionary tale about what happens when automakers lose sight of what made a vehicle great in the first place. But hey, at least the name's still cool, right? Stay tuned for more updates, and as always, let us know what you think about the 2025 Maverick in the comments below. Is there hope for Ford to redeem itself, or is this the beginning of the end for their compact truck legacy? We'll see you next time.